सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। So verse 80. The last of the topic of Nitya Anitya Vastu Viveka Vichar. The fundamental principle for gaining even relative happiness. And when I say relative happiness, for the sake of the simplicity of this text, I want to define what we mean by relative happiness. Relative happiness has been contrasted against absolute happiness. Absolute happiness means permanent happiness. It means unbroken, endless, limitless, without beginning, without end, without a change. A happiness which is more expressed as Shanti. Shant. That absoluteness means absolutely Shant. That is only possible through knowing oneself as the very nature of being Shant. Knowing it and then abiding in it. Abiding in that knowledge. First, one has to know completely, entirely, without any doubts, that one's essential nature is actually nothing less than being शांत. वो natural स्वभाव है. हर जीव का है. And therefore, when I understand it without any doubt, all of us, but natural, do not accept this statement, because we are tossed about by the experiences of life, and most of the experiences in our life are not the way we desired them to be. Therefore, we experience more disturbance in ourselves, and that state of a disturbance is more of a reality for us. So we do not accept this statement. Even if we want to believe in it, we are proved wrong by our own cognition of our own state of mind, which is ever in a flux of disturbance due to some reason or the other that we attribute. So what is relative happiness then? Absolute happiness is possible only when I know that my essential nature is Shant. Then what is relative happiness? Relative happiness is when you are able to retain, bring back the mind to its point of Shanti as quickly as possible, as soon as possible. That it is subject to disturbance when you are living in ignorance, there is no doubt about it. But that you are able to bring it back to its own source of it being quiet as quickly as possible, as effortlessly as possible, is what is called relative happiness. Now to abide in relative happiness, to discover myself to be relatively happy means to discover myself to be relatively independent. Independent of what? Of the conditions on which I have laid my happiness on. Those that disturb me. उन कंडीशंस को जो मैंने बना के रखी हैं अपनी आदतों से, अपनी सोच से कि अगर ऐसा हो तो मेरे को सुख मिलेगा, ऐसा नहीं होगा तो मुझे दुख मिलेगा, इतना ही होना चाहिए तो मुझे सुख मिलेगा, ऐसा होने के बाद फिर ये हो और ये हो और ये हो तब मुझे सुख मिलेगा, ये हो जाने के बाद मुझे सुख मिलेगा. You can go on multiplying the conditions in terms of our everyday living. We have many such conditions that we subject ourselves to, which become the cause of our disturbances. How soon are we able to get independent of these conditions? To be able to appreciate that, how soon do we get independent, is to be able to recognize what is real, what is unreal. Even within terms of relative happiness, Nitya Anitya Vastu Viveka Vichar is mandatory, zaruri hai. In terms of absolute happiness to zaruri hai hi hai. But even in terms of relative happiness, unless and until I am able to break out the conditions on which I have rested my happiness, and to break those conditions, it can only mean that I am able to see what is impermanent and what is permanent, what is real, what is unreal, and what is lasting and what is going to go away, ephemeral. When I am able to clearly see this, I can make myself independent faster. Once I become independent faster but natural, I am also able to bring my own state of happiness faster. The disturbance goes away faster. Now this, when you understand unreal, the point of impermanent does not help us grow out of our wants, dependencies. What is that which helps us grow out is the understanding of what is unreal happiness. जो सुख है नहीं मगर सुख जैसा दिखता है, जहां सुख है नहीं मगर सुख of perception, 5 organs of action, सबको इंद्रिय कहा जाता है. ज्ञान इंद्रिय, कर्म इंद्रिय, they are all organs of, they are all इंद्रिय. ये 10 इंद्रिय from all the 5 organs around it. Because there is a moth hovering, automatically because of the flapping of its wings, the wind that it creates seems to give the flame that, that हवा से वो flame हिलती रहती है. It is constantly moving. It is flickering. And that flickering light of the lamp, flame, is reflecting a shadow on the wall. Now what you are seeing is just the shadow on the wall. But when you see that shadow on the wall, and while that flickers, the moth keeps hovering, and the wind it creates because of that makes the light, the flame dance as if. And the dance of that flame is getting reflected on the wall. And you are watching that wall. Is ever one image going to remain steady? As long as the moth is hovering, the flame is going to dance, and that is going to be your experience of the senses. No sense experience is going to be lasting. No sense experience is going to be permanent. Why? Because the condition there is that the sense born, इंद्रिय जन्य सुख, इंद्रियों के विषय के साथ जुड़ के जो भी आनंद आया है, वो तब तक ही रहता है जब तक इंद्रियों का उसका विषय के साथ कांटेक्ट है, तभी तक रहता है. It gets over after that. So he says, instead of people not recognizing this fact, they remain deluded. That hovering word also has another meaning over there in Sanskrit, and it means deluded. The person remains deluded in believing that unreal happiness to be the real happiness. Because sense contact to khud ka tha na. So while you were contacting with the senses, the eyes were seeing a pleasurable sight. And when it sees the sight, जब उसे पसंद आता है, how do our eyes get? Pupils get enlarged, our blinking rate also drops, or we blink with wonderment. There's some expression to the eyes. I'm talking only with reference to one experience. That one experience, which is, say, the form, when you just watch that, जब कुछ पसंद आता है, आंखें कैसे, in हिंदी भी से ना चौंक जाती है. Suddenly, the pupils enlarge, or either they get stunned. How long will your indriya remain like that? Another form appears because the moth is moving. Another form appears. By the time you are beginning to grab the happiness from the sense experience, it goes and gets replaced by some other experience which is now equatable to your first experience. उससे ज़्यादा सुख दे रहा है कि उससे कम सुख दे रहा है? Because सुख लेने वाला तो एक है, मगर वो जो replay होता जा रहा है कुछ ना कुछ, one is getting replaced by the other. In that replacement of the happiness, we are all the time also subjecting ourselves to seeing whether this is more or this is less happiness. He says here, this is all very deluding. A person who believes the indriya janya sukh to be real, he remains in the samsara cycle. उसको आनंद तो मिलेगा ही, क्योंकि इंद्रियों में आनंद तो कुछ तो है. मगर वो संसार में इसलिए रहेगा बिकॉज what he wants is that permanent, unending, and his attempt to hold on to that happiness gives him sorrow. And while he is trying to attempt to hold on, it evades, replaced by another. Now I don't know whether this one is the same source of happiness, same kind of happiness. Is it the equal amount of happiness? Is it more? Is it less? और ये cycle जिंदगी भर चलती रहती है. Even in a day, if you see, since morning to evening, when you reflect backwards in the day, all along the day, how many experiences you concluded in the day that were giving you happiness, and how many experiences did you conclude that gave you unhappiness? Did you actually take any experience without the conclusion that it was happy or unhappy? Was there any experience that you actually went through in the day which you did not judge, which you did not conclude अच्छा था या अच्छा नहीं था, बुरा था, इतना भी अच्छा नहीं था, इतना भी बुरा नहीं था, ठीक था, it was okay. What are all these statements? It was okay. How was the food? It was fine. Could it be better? You will talk to yourself. It should have been better. How was the movie? It was nice. But I liked that movie better. How was the concert? Really good. There was this, but not as good as the other one was, or I didn't like it at all. In fact, if you really observe two people talking, any two people talking, especially when it comes to friends, when they actually talk, what is all the conversation mostly centered around? The topic always has been what gave you happiness, what did not give you happiness. The bottom line always rests on what do you think gives you happiness, what do I think gives me happiness, what gives you unhappiness, what gives me unhappiness, etc., etc. And there is a transaction of as if great knowledge happening. बहुत कुछ वार्तालाप होती है और ऐसे लगता है कि एक दूसरे के साथ पता नहीं कितना गहरी दोस्ती है, बिकॉज यू आर एबल टू शेयर व्हाट तेरे को इसमें आनंद मिला, मुझे भी इसमें आनंद मिलता है. मतलब जब दोनों को एक ही में आनंद मिलता है तो बहुत गहरी दोस्ती हो जाती है, और अगर दोनों को एक चीज से आनंद नहीं मिला तो वो दोस्ती ढीली हो जाती है. अल्टीमेटली इट ब्रेक्स ऑफ फाइनली, बिकॉज एक को उधर आनंद मिलता है, एक को उधर आनंद मिलता है. होल लाइफ, this is one experience I'm talking. 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 5 day, 10 day, 30 days, 30 years. Did the cycle end? Are we ending it? Or even when you grow old, and we have some old people around also, as much as we have young people, go and visit the old people around. What are they still looking for? Some happiness? Born from where? Indriya Sukh. When they want you to call up, when they want you to spend some time with them, when they want, what are they asking? Are they asking actually for your company? What are they asking? They are asking that your company should give them some sort of a happiness that should remove their felt unhappiness. इंद्रिय सुख से आनंद है, पहले ये बात मान लो. दैट मीन्स व्हाट? बहुत बड़ी बात है ये. हाँ करके आप मेरे को, आई शुड कीप सीइंग देयर ओनली. माय पीपल सी दिस एंड आई डोंट सी इट डाइजेस्टेड. Unnerves me also, but I should start looking there and talking. We'll have no response from there. इंद्रिय सुख में आनंद है. What is the essence of gathering this knowledge? क्या सीखोगे आप जब ये बात मान जाओगे कि इंद्रिय सुख है? हाँ जी, इंद्रिय सुख है,
और इंद्रिय सुख ढूंढते रहते.
वो तो वैसे भी ढूंढ रहे हैं. परमानेंट नहीं है. और the minute you say that इंद्रियों में सुख है, what happens?
And then you try and figure out if this is what you want all your life. Do you want to keep chasing and running after this, or do you want something which is more permanent?
Exactly.
Or do you want to remain in this cycle?
Exactly. The minute you understand कि इंद्रियों में सुख है, you will begin to start thinking नित्य अनित्य वस्तु विवेक विचार होने लगेगा. क्योंकि जब पता चलेगा कि इंद्रिय में सुख है, तो सोच में आने लगेगा कि क्या ये वाला सुख मेरे को सुख दे रहा है, यही वाला सुख मुझे चाहिए क्या? कितना सुख मिलेगा कि वो बहुत मिलेगा? इस इंद्रिय से मुझे कितना सुख मिलेगा? When I go to watch a movie, what am I going to be watching? He is going to give us that example also. He is going to tell us, he says, for whom will it not be pleasurable to live in a palace? किसको आनंद नहीं मिलेगा? To live in a palace. And not only a palace, he actually mentions the roof of the palace. Roof of the palace means room जो पैलेस के ऊपर, सबसे ऊपर वाला जो कमरा है ना, पैलेस के ऊपर सबसे ऊपर वाला. पैलेस itself is palace. Imagine उदयपुर पैलेस. उदयपुर पैलेस में सबसे ऊपर वाला रूम. And you, if you can live there, means the whole of your palace is yours. You're not a guard there. If you're living there, who would not love to live in a palace? When he says, then he says, who would not find it pleasurable to hear concerts, singing, especially with all its accompaniments? Who would not like to listen to it? किसको अच्छा नहीं लगेगा? Whichever be your form of music, you can continue please. Whichever be your form of music, who would not like it? किसको नहीं अच्छा लगेगा सुनना गायकी, शायरी? शायरी कहते हैं इसको, शेरों को शायरी कहते हैं. शायरी, गायकी, you know, and in the present generation, your rock band, your jazz band, your अभी एक कोई आया था ना अभी recently on आया था, you went? There was a fusion that happened in the what is that, the biggest complex, sports complex, is it the JNU only? Lodi JNU. Huge crowds, everyone dancing, enjoying. IPL कौन enjoy नहीं कर रहा? मतलब कौन enjoy नहीं करता? Okay, but then you're looking for some other joy. You know, so, who will not enjoy? In fact, why is there an inaugural performance before every sports meet? Sports meet हो रही है ना? उसके पहले what do you get? All the music and the dance and everything. Who will not? And the maximum crowd comes because that pulls people. Who will not enjoy this? Very important. Who will not enjoy a beautiful sight or a wonderful place or a किसको अच्छा नहीं लगेगा to sleep under the stars, all protected of course, sleep under the stars, cool winds. किसको अच्छा नहीं लगेगा to go on boat rides, cruises? किसको अच्छा नहीं लगेगा to have sense pleasured? He says सबको अच्छा लगेगा, and then he clinches with another example, very beautiful. किसको अच्छा नहीं लगेगा the company of a pleasant woman? He's talking from the male standpoint. He says, who will not like the company of a pleasant person in their life? किसको अच्छी नहीं लगेगी? Now these statements are very big. When he asks किसको अच्छी नहीं लगेगी, is he expecting us to raise our hands? He's not expecting us to raise. मुझे नहीं अच्छी लगती company of a pleasant person. मुझे नहीं अच्छा लगता गायकी वगैरह. मुझे नहीं अच्छा लगता living in a comfortable place. मुझे नहीं. He's not expecting us to say कि मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता. He is telling us. आक्षेप अर्थ. He is telling us सबको अच्छा लगता है. कुछ ना कुछ, ये नहीं तो कुछ और. इंद्रिय सुख सबको है, क्योंकि इंद्रियों में सुख है बहुत. Whether you enjoy by your tongue, you enjoy vegetarian food, or you enjoy seafood, or you enjoy non-veg food, or you enjoy the latest तो हो नहीं सकती, the oldest wine, or you enjoy all the latest teas का flavors that keep coming, the cold tea or इंद्रियों में सुख है. I haven't yet come across anyone who has said I don't like to start my day in the morning with cold coffee, at least in the north. And you know what I mean. Cold coffee मिल जाए तो life मिल गई. Cold coffee मिल जाए तो life मिल गई. And means cold coffee नहीं मिली तो गई, life गई. Miserable life. Because in the morning I wanted my cold coffee, I didn't get my cold coffee. What is that cold coffee experience? Indriya Janit Sukh. You have to remember the word. Indriya Janit means what? इंद्रियों से व्यापार से birth हुआ. जब टंग को उसका contact मिला of the coffee which is made cold at a particular temperature, frothy on top, and then cubes in it, and then held in your favorite mug you got from Italy. When you are having cold coffee, and you're sitting in your porch, on maybe a swing with all green around you, your gardener is watering the plants, you have nothing to do, and you're waiting, and your breakfast in the meantime is getting cooked inside, half toasted with etc. Not upma, no. And when you come inside, it must have orange juice fresh. What is it? Imagine this. No, this is serious. This is really serious. I don't know if I'm able to drive home the point. The point is, जब तक वो cold coffee उस expression में नहीं आया, तब तक, what were you in a state of? Thinking that you don't have the joy. You did not recognize that you have woken up peaceful person. You slept in a state of peace. When there was no cold coffee, you were very happy. It is the want of the cold coffee that has made you unhappy now. When you slept, did you miss the cold coffee? You didn't. You were so peaceful. अच्छी सी नींद आई थी because there was no desire for anything there. But the minute I wake up, now the indriya janit vyapar se janit sukh. These words I want to repeat so often that you are able to start seeing. इंद्रिय के व्यापार से जन्मा हुआ सुख. As if. Not कि वहाँ कोई सुख था. But when we say that it is born from that, means that conditional happiness that I have put on it. In my non-recognition of the very nature that I am all happiness, the condition that I have put on it, that I must get this, then I will be happy. And if I don't get it, then I am miserable. Ye he says, ऐसा कौन है? If you don't like cold coffee, I don't like cold coffee, but I like my hot tea. And my hot tea must be or as conditional as your cold coffee will be. Because I will still want to sit out and wait for my breakfast to be cooked inside, but with the hot tea. Hot tea with a little dash of lemongrass, dash of this, dash of ginger, dash of this, dash of... What is it? Why are there so many flavors, types of etc, etc? For some, you want neither. But the minute it gets sundown, what does your tongue want? Sundown, and what does your tongue want? It's not asking for cold coffee now. The minute the sun goes down, it is beginning to ask for food. The minute your sun goes down, it is beginning to ask for a drink. मिल जाए तो क्या बात है, मिल जाए तो क्या बात है, बात हो जाएगी, मजा आ जाएगा, बात बन जाएगी, मिल जाए. Very important, very very essential to recognize. सारा जीवन, मुझे तो कह के भी कुछ होने लगा है, सारा पहचानने में क्या क्या हो जाएगा. सारा जीवन एक के बाद 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 एक इंद्रिय सुख से दूसरा इंद्रिय सुख, वन रिप्लेसिंग द अदर, वन रिप्लेसिंग द अदर, वन वांट खत्म होता नहीं है. बिफोर यू होल्ड ऑन, यू आर ऑलरेडी सीकिंग अनदर वन. He says, what does this imply to a person who is able to recognize? The minute I accept that इंद्रियों में सुख मिल जाता है, a wise person develops vairagyam for them. वो छोड़ देता है, उससे छूट ही जाता है, वो सुख ही छूट जाता है. क्यों छूट जाता है? क्योंकि जो निर्भर है सिर्फ मौत की मूवमेंट पे, जो enjoyment, the enjoyment which is only dependent on the movement of the moth in front of a flame of a lit candle, the jiva instantly says, oh my god, this is height of dependency which can never give me the happiness. Actually speaking, वो जो इंद्रिय सुख मुझे सुख लग भी रहा है, ये सुख है ही नहीं in the first place. Why? Because before it kept me unhappy, while it is there I am not sure if it is giving me the happiness, and afterwards also I am not so sure that that happiness is going to be lasting. In fact, by my experience I know that the happiness does not last, as a result of which what happens? I develop vairagyam. Vairagyam means I have no longer a yearning, a seeking for a pleasure-based life. Pleasure-based life means pleasure-seeking based life. और अगर आप इस पे थोड़ा सा विचार करें, सोचें, pleasure-seeking based life. I will repeat it 5 times so that it gets stuck on your mind. Pleasure-seeking based life. इंद्रिय सुख जनित, इंद्रिय व्यापार जनित सुख, उसके आधार पे जीवन हमारा चले. इंद्रिय व्यापार से जनित सुख के आधार पे हमारा जीवन चले. If my life is going to be based on that, then I am in actually a state of deep disturbance. Why does depression happen? Why does anxiousness happen? Why does anger happen? Why does greed get built up? Why are all these doshas there in a human mind? ये सब दोष क्यों हैं? ये सारे दोष इसलिए हैं बिकॉज हम इंद्रिय जनित सुख को ढूंढते हैं. वेयर इज एक्चुअली द टेंशन टू बी? ढूंढना हमें क्या है? आत्मा जो सुख स्वरूप है, उस सुख को हमें ढूंढना है. ढूंढना भी क्या है? एज ही हैज सेड इन द प्रीवियस कॉन्टेक्स्ट, जब हम इंद्रिय जनित सुख के जीवन को त्यागे, when we give it up, we renounce it, when in the language of Ishavasya, when you त्याग देते हो, त्याक्त्वा, you give it up. When you begin to give up this sensory based pleasure seeking life and its activities, give it up based on what? On the recognition of the fact that whatever happiness I experience there is actually a shadow of the happiness. It is not the real happiness. It is looking like a happiness. It is looking like the enjoyment that I wanted, But the truth is, I must see myself before and after that enjoyment. Am I happy after that contact gets over? When we have enjoyed a wonderful meal, anything of your choice, when you enjoy it, you really like it. And then after that, are you still in the state of enjoyment for how long? How long does that enjoyment last? As long as the taste lasts, or even while till you don't get on to the other one, and even while it is still you're relishing it, if somebody just says something to you, what happens to that enjoyment? You were expecting the other to pay the bill, but you had to pay the bill of that. Somebody invited you for an outing, and then it was understood that they were going to pay for it, but then it turned out that you have to pay for it. Now, is the same meal giving you the same happiness any further? Yes? The correct place. Is it giving you the same happiness any further? कहाँ चला गया वो आनंद? अभी तक जब तक पता था कि ये मुझे पे नहीं करना, तब तक कितना अच्छा लग रहा था वो. और जैसे ही पता चला कि अरे I have to pay for it, now what happened to that happiness? Especially that, why do you think parties rock? Why do you, no serious? Why do you think parties rock? Because someone else is paying. If you had to pay for everything that you had there in that party, would you really be rocking in the party as much? Therefore, when you are expected to call them back, and you don't call them back after 3, 4, 5 of such party attending, then the 6th time they don't call you. Isn't this correct? Vyavharik correct? Truth? Vyavharik truth? Kyun? Because now it was their turn to rock it in your party which you were supposed to pick. But you never offered that to them at all. Finally, what is it actually speaking? किसी को भी आनंद मिल रहा है वहां पे? What looks to be enjoying is actually nothing but आभास. सुख का एक आभास है, shadow है. If I can even convey this to a little extent, that the beginning of the sense contact where I start feeling the happiness is a wise person gets so alert, he gets so watchful, he becomes so mindful, if you like to use the word. He becomes so aware of the fact that if my happiness has just emerged by the sense contact, I am on fragile ground. I am likely to get dependent, because any sense pleasure has in it the tendency to dilute you. मोह कर देता है तुम्हें. उस वक्त के लिए उस आनंद में इतना ऐसा लगता है कि ये तो यही है. And your mind gets diluted. You are not able to recognize the truth that it is temporary, it is ephemeral, it is not even real, it is a shadow. What is that shadow coming from? Your own self, which is Brahman, which is Atman, which is Purnam, which has no want, no nothing, which is free of all sets of desires and conditionings, which alone is of the nature of happiness. It is this happiness that is reflecting in that sensory happiness. So wise person क्या करता है? He says, Bhartrahari says here, he gives up this pleasure-seeking chase, life based on it. And what does he do? He is giving an example. He says they just go to the forest. When they say they go to the forest, it doesn't mean literally, it means literally also in those times perhaps, but what does it actually mean? There are no forests anywhere to go, anywhere now. Anyway, there are no forests to go. What does it mean? It means they take to a life which is going to be so simply led that they will stop the chase of the pleasure seeking aspect. जो अपने आप से जिंदगी के व्यापार में, जिंदगी की यात्रा में जो अपने आप सुख आ जाते हैं, क्योंकि कोई ना कोई इंद्रिय कांटेक्ट होता रहता है, कोई ना कोई सुख आता रहता है. When you are going back home also, your driver will put on some music and it may be the music of your liking. It is good enough happiness for you, you will not switch it on for the sake of your happiness. There are many people who can't drive unless until their favorite music is playing. You know? And some of us have now got replaced it by our favorite bhajan, or we have replaced it by replaying the class. You know? जब तक वो चलता नहीं है तब तक कुछ मजा नहीं आता. You know? But driving also ultimately has to be what? Maza. With what? Your music has to be there, your etc etc etc. You understand all that. वो सब होने से साथ साथ, I'm sorry but I have to use these words, isn't it a very deluded concept of happiness? मतलब तुम, supposing I start, in my mind I have an image, you know, I'm going on a long drive and you know I start drawing it. I'm going on a, I don't know how to draw all this stuff, but I'm going on a long drive and there are all trees and there are all greenery around me, and of course I'm driving with the right company, the company that I want to go with. That company is sitting next to me. I'm not driving alone because there's a source of misery there. It's just the two of us. It's just the two of us who are going, and you know we have our own flask of our own whatever we want in between, and we have this pack of this and sandwiches packed, and your ham sandwich and your this sandwich and your that sandwich is all in that picnic basket is all kept there with that. If all of this is there, and then over there when we go there we are going to have this open screen where we are going to watch this and this. Is this real happiness? Supposing I was an artist and I start, as you keep telling me, I start drawing it. The same words that you said are the same words as an artist I am able to capture it on canvas. This image over here should represent all that you said which you wanted. That artist captured only that. उसमें उसने अपने इतना भी कुछ नहीं डाला. जो जो तुमने इमेजिन किया था तुम्हारा सोर्स ऑफ सुख, वो सारा उसने उस पे कैप्चर कर लिया. नाउ व्हाट डज दिस इमेज ऑन द कैनवस रिप्रेजेंट? What is it representing? What is it symbolic of? It's symbolic of all your pleasure seeking, what you thought was there. Now, is this real? Is that imagery real? So, फिर how was your sense contact based experience would have become real? How could that have become real? Yet that concept of one leading to the other and it giving me the happiness is so firm in our minds that he says the wise person does not deny the fact that ये सब आभास है आनंद का, लेकिन वो ना उसको छोड़ ही देता है कि अपने आप जो आ गया. He decides that his life is going to be not in discovering more pleasure seeking sense experiences, but in discovering the happiness that is free of the sense experience like I have when I go to sleep. वो जो आनंद मुझे नींद में आया वो कहां से आया? उसका सोर्स क्या था? Is this understandable? जब तक मैं ये बात कर रही थी सब कितने enlivened लग रहे थे. Life streaming through your pores. The minute I say, where is the Anand come in your sleep from? What was the source? Was the source some sight pleasured? Was the source some ear? Was the source some tongue? Was the source some travel? Was the source of travel with the right partner? मतलब the partner that you want to travel with. Where was that source of that happiness that you felt in your dream? कहाँ से आया वो आनंद? जब कुछ भी नहीं था तो आनंद था, तो सब कुछ मिलने के बाद वाला आनंद दोनों साथ कैसे हो सकते हैं? और सब कुछ क्या मिल सकता है? वो तो क्या हमने पूरे जीवन में एक ही दिन में नहीं देखते? तो supposing you say no, I love the class, can it continue forever? Already 2 hours is trying to get reduced to 1 hour, and then suddenly one day you'll pop off. फिर तुम क्या कहते रह जाओगे? If this was to be a source of आनंद, क्या कहते रह जाओगे? Those were the days. That's the only English song I remember now. My friend, we thought they'd never end. You wouldn't have heard that. No? You have? It is still being heard. What is it that you are actually going to spend your whole life away? Am I? पता नहीं मुझे. किसी का रुकता तो है नहीं, क्योंकि कहीं समझ नहीं आती है बात हम लोगों को कि जितना भी हम दुनिया में प्लेजर सीकिंग एस्पेक्ट को हम अपना बेस बनाते हैं, है ना, हम सिर्फ संसार की तरफ खींचे जाते हैं. एंड संसार इज नॉट द वर्ल्ड. Sansar is the disturbance that is born because of the indriya janya sukh that you experience then. Ask a one who goes on drinking. शुरू में क्या मिला? For those who get, they say we get a lot of happiness. Our point is analyze what happiness did you get from there. अगर एनालाइज करने बैठेंगे तो हैप्पीनेस रहेगा, तभी तो हम एनालाइज नहीं करते. इसलिए व्हेन यू टेल अस टू एनालाइज वी विल स्टॉप कमिंग टू द क्लास, बट डू नॉट स्टॉप अवर जॉय. व्हाट जॉय? 1, 2, when you turn into 30s and 40s, your body has already started decaying. And your body can no longer now absorb it. And then when you will turn up and say, nah, which I also do without drinking. But when you go on doing that, and then you go to the doctor and the doctor says your lungs are all kala. That time, what? Can you stop it? Are you able to stop it? कौन से happiness के पीछे तुमने जीवन बिता दिया? You have to appreciate certain things. At least certain things you must appreciate. कौन से happiness के पीछे तुम्हारा जीवन गया, खत्म हो गया, और वो मिला फिर? मिल गया तो भी बहुत बड़ी बात है. मिला क्या फाइनली? डार्क लंग्स, काले, indigestion, लो कैपेसिटी, लो स्टैमिना, किरा हाफ जाते हैं, थोड़ा सा चलते हैं, हाफ जाते हैं. क्या मिला? कौन से सुख का क्या मिला? एंड स्पेशली व्हेन एज वुमेन एम्बॉडीमेंट्स, नाउ दैट देयर आर मोर ड्रिंकर्स इन वुमेन एम्बॉडीमेंट देन देयर आर इन मेल एम्बॉडीमेंट, व्हाट हैपेंड? Just the fact that you couldn't stop your drinking at the point at which you should have stopped your drinking, and that you kept on thinking it will be more happiness, and then you went on and on and on into all those aspects of what we label as tamasic happiness. Imagine, unhappiness को हमने सात्विक unhappiness नहीं करा. Have you ever heard of a classification of unhappiness? कभी किसी ने सुना? ये तो सुन रहे हो. Unhappiness को has anybody ever heard as sattvic unhappiness, rajasic unhappiness, tamasic unhappiness? Has that category ever been there? Because all unhappiness is tamasic.
They become tamasic once you like overdo it, or are they tamasic?
They are tamasic from the very beginning because they delude you. Not overdoing is tamasic. Doing it is tamasic. Even doing that little one, why? Why is it tamasic? Because तुम्हारी जो एक थोड़ी सी चलती कभी कभी है वो भी ढक जाती है. उसको इनफैक्ट नम करने के लिए तुम पीते हो कि वो चलनी बंद हो. क्योंकि ये जो चलती है वो समझ में नहीं आती है, वो जो बोलती है, इसलिए वो उसको चुप कराने के लिए थोड़ी देर के लिए हम पीते हैं. और सिर्फ पीने से रुकते हैं क्या हम? क्योंकि वो पीने के बाद भी चलती रहती है, तो फिर हम इंजेक्ट करते हैं अपने आप को. नहीं करते इंजेक्ट?
पीने में ही
पीने में ही
रुक जाते हैं.
you are still blessed. But isn't that the nature of all? Tamasic happiness means the very contact with an object which leads to delusion. That is why happiness is categorized as tamasic, rajasic and sattvic. Unhappiness has no category. Unhappiness means it is not your nature. But where you attribute your happiness to, those are the areas that you need to classify and stay away from the other two sources of happiness, so that you can start delving into that which is your real happiness, which is sattvic happiness, which is only in renunciation.
So there's no sensory sattvic happiness.
You want to quote that? The sensory sattvic happiness is not in a sense contact. In giving up the rajasic and the tamasic sense contact based happiness, the sattvic happiness is in the definition of the sattvic happiness. We have to re-revise it, is in actually giving up. जो दे के जो आनंद आता है, छोड़ के जो आनंद आता है, ये tamasic happiness को छोड़ के जो आनंद आता है. Rajasic go getting or ambitious attitude where you want to make certain, without that heart beat जो बढ़ती है, heart burn जो होता है, उसको छोड़ने में जो आनंद आता है, उसको सात्विक कहते हैं. A happiness which lasts is called sattvic happiness. Sensory based happiness cannot be there. So satsang में भी जो have, in other words, that's what supposing your question comes to, that at least sensory based, what is satsang? Is this a sensory based happiness? What is the nature of any satsang? Supposing we are taking this, why are you year after year there? Because obviously it gives you some sense of something. What does it give you? Information, knowledge. What else? Is it that happiness that is born from a sense contact? How?
Because aren't you associating that with a person or the company versus knowledge is a part of it, but also the company is, right?
No, wrong. If the company is going to be the part of it, that aspect of it will give you sorrow. If there is see, two aspects to this. Good question. If supposing any satsang you go to because of the person. Like you have in the world, I will not take the name because we are on, correct, uplifts you towards the truth. Because it uplifts you towards the truth, it is sattvic. It is not person related. But there are so many satsangs in the world which have hundreds and thousands of followers just based on the personality of the person. That is samsar. They are attracted to the person. और वो पर्सन कुछ बोले ना बोले, नॉलेज दे ना दे, तुम्हें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. इट्स द कंपनी. वो यू माइट एज वेल हैव द कंपनी फ्रॉम द वर्ल्ड. की फर्क पड़ेगा? अपलिफ्ट थोड़ी कर रही है वो कंपनी तुमको. If the knowledge is going to be your base, it will become sattvic happiness. To the extent you will tie it down to the person, to that an extent, there will be suffering. Because what sensory based happiness can ever last? कहाँ आता है? I told you people, I'd met this one sannyasini in my life. She was surviving only on the paduka that she received from her guru. She had a very short time with her guru. She could not spend enough time. Her guru passed away in the process. She lived alone. And of course from some ashram. But she lived alone. Some bhakta had given them a place, given her a nice place in Delhi only somewhere. She'd made it up very well. And the minute I entered that place, there was padukas there. I was very surprised. I said, "Arey, how come?" Amongst all the followers of that guru, she managed to get the paduka because she says that's all that she wanted. The amount of pain of missing the person and the fact that the paduka was there for her was itself the survival of her spiritual pursuit. That's the only thing she could hold on for her spiritual aspect of life. What has given her pain? What gave her the pain? The passing away of the person. What is giving her the source of support? Which are representing the person.
Isn't it also a source of pain then?
Sorry?
Isn't it also a source of pain because it reminds her of the moment?
In that case, if it wouldn't have become a source of pain, she would have given it up. Nobody likes to live with pain. The fact that she associates that with the goal that she wants to reach, to that an extent, it's an inspiration.
Became a source of her growth.
It becomes a source. And when it becomes a source, it can no longer be the source of pain. Because, in other words, what I want to come to is, only in this spiritual transaction, any amount of association with the person will also not be a sensory contact because it deals with Atma. ज्ञान आत्मा से रिलेटेड है, जिसमें शरीर वैसे भी अनात्मा है. जहां आत्मा का ज्ञान है, that knowledge, even in the sense that you are hearing it, to that an extent you may say it is a sensory contact, it doesn't fall into a sensory contact experience. Because the sukh that it leads to, in fact that's your only means, no? आपके पास और साधन ही क्या है आत्मा को जानने का? The sadhan has to be words. शब्द प्रमाण है. शब्द प्रमाण अगर खुद को पता होता तो हम अज्ञानी नहीं होते. हमारी जीव बुद्धि है, and because there is a जीव बुद्धि, that जीव बुद्धि pushes me to senses experiences, sense pleasure. My jiva identity takes me towards sense happiness, born happiness. So one after another throughout my life I'm seeking it. That is called ajnana. He says the wise ones turn away. They just end the chase. जहां उन्हें लगता है कि ये temporary सुख है, they just drop the interaction with that सुख. छोड़ देते हैं वो उसको. हम लोगों के लिए तो एक चीज छोड़नी कितनी मुश्किल है. Contrasted to an अज्ञानी, क्यों हमारे लिए मुश्किल होता है to leave that we are supposed to leave, even things like which we know are harmful for us. Why are we not able to leave? That's why I said this verse was very important in my vision. Why are we able to not leave? Because हमें ये दिख नहीं रहा कि ये इंद्रिय जन्य सुख बहुत ही एफिमेरल है. सुख है लेकिन ये आभास है. जब तक ये एक्सेप्ट नहीं होगा हम ये छोड़ेंगे नहीं. कि अगर मुझे सच चाहिए, सच्चा सुख चाहिए, रियल सुख चाहिए, तो ये तो है नहीं ना वो. So how long am I going to be in that interaction of that व्यापार सुख? क्योंकि हम ये देखते नहीं हैं, इसलिए हम छोड़ नहीं पाते. जो देख लेता है, what happened? You were thinking this or something else? जो देख लेता है उसका छूट जाता है. वो उसको इनफैक्ट वो छूट ही जाता है, वो पकड़ नहीं सकता. लाइक इन द लास्ट क्लास आई सेड, द मिनट यू सी द फ्लॉ, द मिनट द फ्लॉ इज रिकॉग्नाइज्ड, you cannot have the same joy in it after that. The whole purpose of Pratipaksha Bhavna was that, कि जहां जहां तुम्हें इंद्रिय सुखों में डेल्यूजन दिखे, वहां वहां प्रतिपक्ष करके उसको खत्म करो डेल्यूजन को. क्योंकि वहां है नहीं वो सुख जो तुम देख रहे हो. लेकिन अगर तुम्हें लग रहा है कि सुख है, या तो तुम उसको लोगे और फिर सफर करोगे, और या फिर प्रतिपक्ष करोगे. अकल है तो प्रतिपक्ष करोगे, और दैट वांट ऑफ दैट सुख धीरे धीरे कम करोगे, till you have enough wisdom to see the beginning of joy and the end of joy, and in between will only be a waste of time. क्या मिलेगा? You can see that yes, the minute I go for a who will not like it? I just loved this verse for the sake that he says, who will not like living in a palace? I identify with it. Who will not like it? This is the words that you have said so often in the classes for so many years. You've been saying it. ये नहीं है कि कोई ज्ञानी अगर बना है या बनता है या कोशिश करता है या उसकी साधना में, कि उसको पता नहीं कि सुख कौन से होते हैं। वो जानता है, वो तुमसे ज्यादा सुख का अनुभव कर सकता है, लेकिन वो उस तरफ जाने की कोशिश भी नहीं करता है, चेष्टा भी नहीं करता है, क्योंकि उसको पता है कि ये सारा सुख वो सुख नहीं है जो मुझे चाहिए। इनफैक्ट इट्स अ वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम, and it's so difficult explaining this to people, and how many kinds of sukh can you get? 10 इंद्रियों से multiply the levels of our sukh and compound it with your aham and mama, emotional pleasures, attachments, emotional pleasures, वो जो mama based सुख और augment हो जाते हैं उन पे। एक तो इंद्रिय जन्य, ऊपर से स्मृति जन्य, memory based, इमेज बेस्ड, अहम ममा बेस्ड, ये सारे के सारे, he says the wise one, they just understand the nature of all these sukh. That is why Nachiketas is a brilliant boy. He is only one who has explained away to us by discarding all the happiness born, indriya born happiness at one go. यम को वो सीधा यमराज को बोल देता है, कीप इट, स्वर्ग भी दे, कीप इट, गिव मी अ प्लेस इन द तीनों लोकों का मुझे राजा बना, कीप इट, ऑल इंद्रियाज एंड अप्सराज एंड ऑल दिस विद ऑल द वेल्थ ऑफ द वर्ल्ड लास्टिंग फॉर थाउजेंड्स ऑफ इयर्स, जब तक मेरा राज है ब्रह्मा जी का तब तक तू राज करेगा। वो नचिकेतस टर्न्स बैक एंड सेज, एफेमेरल, दे आर ट्रांजिएंट, मुझे नहीं चाहिए वो सुख, मुझे ब्रह्म सुख की बात बता, गिव मी दैट सुख। नाउ वेयर इज द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ इंटरैक्शन? हमें तो इंद्रिय सुखों से ही छोड़ने में ही तुम्हें लगता है, अगर ज्ञान छोड़ने की बात भी कराए तुम्हें लगता है हाय हाय पता नहीं क्या कह दिया, क्यों करा रहे हैं, क्यों कहते हैं, क्यों हमारा सुख छीनते हैं हमसे, ये हमसे छीन रहे हैं। अगर हमें आपको लगे कि हम छीन रहे हैं तो फिर पक्की बात है कि आप जाएं और वो सुख लें, क्योंकि हमारा काम छीनना थोड़ी है, हमारा काम तो ज्ञान देना है। जिसको जो अधिकारी होगा वो ले लेगा, उसका छूट जाएगा। जो अनधिकारी है वो जब ये कहेगा कि आपने मेरा सुख छीना, हमें समझ में आ जाएगा आप अनधिकारी हो, क्योंकि वो हमसे रिलेटेड थोड़ी है। आप तैयार नहीं हो अपने इंद्रिय जन्य सुख को पहचानने में, जब आप तैयार ही नहीं हो तो हम थोड़ी छुड़वाएंगे। हु विल टेक अवे द टॉय फ्रॉम अ चाइल्ड हु इज इन्वॉल्व विद दिस प्लेफुल थिंग्स? कौन खींचेगा एक बच्चे से उसका टॉय? कोई खींचता? इनफैक्ट आप लाके और देते हो। आप बोलो हमको हम इंद्रिय सुख चाहिए, हम आपको 10 चीजें और बता देंगे, ये भी है, ये भी है, ये भी है, जाओ जाओ लो लो लो। बेटर फॉर अस। व्हाई? because hopefully maybe because of so much hearing 15th इंद्रिय सुख में शायद एकदम जाग जाए बुद्धि, अरे यार ये तो ये 5 साल 10 साल 15 साल 20 साल पहले से नहीं कह रही थी। यही तो उन्होंने तब कहा था, ओ अच्छा ये कह रही थी वो 20 साल बाद। That is also grace. This is grace of the Shastra. जो हम इतना जीवन आफ्टर जीवन हम लगे हुए हैं और हमारी बुद्धि नहीं जागी, शास्त्र एक पल में बुद्धि जगा सकता है अगर आप तैयार हैं तो। One verse is enough to make you understand. One verse is enough to make you understand that सेंस प्लेजर सीकिंग लाइफ इज अ वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम। जीवन खत्म हो जाएगा और कुछ नहीं मिलेगा बट संसार मिलेगा। एंड व्हाट इज दैट संसार? संसार इज नथिंग बट योर ओन साइकिल ऑफ बर्थ एंड डेथ एंड बर्थ एंड डेथ एंड फिर से जन्म लो, फिर से इंद्रिय सुख के पीछे भागो, फिर इस एंग्शियसनेस में रहो कि कौन सच कौन गलत, कौन सा सुख सही, कौन पार्टनर राइट कौन पार्टनर रॉन्ग। बच्चे फिर तुम्हारे भगवान की कृपा से अभी अगर इस जन्म में जैसे हैं तो अगले जन्म में क्या पता कैसे होंगे, अब जो भी है सो। बट मैन विल लिव ऑन होप। कौन सी होप में रहेगा? इसमें तो मुझे कुछ नहीं मिला, अगले जन्म में शायद मिल जाएगा। I'm sorry. जो इस जन्म में नहीं मिला वो कहीं नहीं मिलेगा, क्योंकि वो सुख उधर है ही नहीं, तो क्यों मिलेगा? Is it clear? Therefore, he just says, he's not telling us you become wise. वो सिर्फ इतना कहता है all wise people, मतलब wise people. He's actually not even using people. He is संतः, he uses it in singular. जो wise इंसान है ना वो एक ही होएगा, ग्रुप में नहीं होगा. वाइज many नहीं होंगे, प्लूरल नहीं बनेगा. जो एक आध वाइज बन जाता है, समझ जाता है कि इंद्रिय सुख इतने ही क्षणिक हैं, वो अपने आप अपनी एक लाइफ सिंपल बना देता है, इनके पीछे भागना बंद करता है, और ब्रह्म आनंद कहाँ है, किस मनन में है, किस निधिध्यासन, क्या छोड़ के है, कहाँ है वो जो जिसको मैं मेरा सुख कहूं, जो छूटेगा नहीं मुझसे, वो सुख जो मुझसे छूटेगा नहीं. पीने वाला सुख छूटेगा कि नहीं छूटेगा? जो पी के मिला सुख तुम्हारा है, वो जो सब पीते हैं वो सब जवाब दे. I will get the cat out of the bag. क्या वो सुख तुम्हारा हो सकता है? नहीं हो सकता ना, क्योंकि वो तो छूट जाएगा ना. मगर कोई तो सुख होगा जो छूटेगा नहीं. And that is what he is trying to say. The wise person gets there. और वो सिर्फ नित्य नित्य वस्तु विवेक विचार से ही समझा जा सकता है कौन सा सुख अनित्य है, कौन सा सुख नित्य है. Okay? पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. ॐ सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु, सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु, सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु, सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु, सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग्